Tomorrow, guys, Trackmania World Tour starts, and me and Janik are going to be casting it. It is, if you don't know it, a Esport circuit in Trackmania. I actually made a thread. You know, one of those Twitter threads that have like the thread emoji. I'm going to make an argument here for why, if you haven't watched Trackmania Esports before, you should consider it. Trackmania Esports is unique. There's no other racing game esport out there. You have iRacing, but that's boring. No overtakes. Oh, you have to stay on the track. Oh, you can't shortcut. There's 8 teams participating. They're playing a regular season now, and then there's World Championship later in the year. These are the players. These names might not tell you anything, but Carl Jr. is the GOAT. He's like the Magnus Carlsen, the Michael Jordan, the Faker. He's the GOAT of Trackmania. 5-time world champion now, and he teamed up with Pac, who is the 2016 world champion. 6 world championship titles on this team. Solary are looking like the GOATs. You have some young and very promising teams like Mime and Alcon. Mime got 2nd place in World Cup. Gwen and Binks. This is one of the most exciting teams for me. If Gwen has motivation to play, this team is going to be pretty unstoppable. And I think him being on a team is going to help with that. Brennan and Otak, also a really exciting team. Otak got to World Cup finals this season. Brennan has played every season of TMGL. He's very, very experienced. Massa Grenadi. This is a very fun team. The 2 German streamers. We already saw chaos today with Massa turning off Grenadi's monitor in couple of the day.
Nah, it's not time.
Yeah. And he drove slower than us.
Hello. Hello. I don't no signal detected. Massa, you actually plugged out my cable. Really mad. Dude, my monitor is off.
I think you're going to see a lot of fun from this team, and they're also very good at the game. Afi, RL, very consistent players. Kappa, Tween. These guys have been competing together for 10 years. They got 1st and 2nd in 2018 World Cup on the same team. And Mudda Solja, also very exciting. Mudda is the defending TMGL champion. He beat Carl Jr. last season in the final. Cool teams. The format is good. There's no weird point format. They play a 2v2 round, and the team that does the best wins. So, I mean, it's so simple. This is the map pack. 10 maps that they had to learn. You'll get familiar with them. This is the top 3 on one of the maps right now. This is Arrow Pipes. And just imagine this in a live race. Let me get my caster voice on. Into the final round here of Arrow Pipes. Grenadi, Mime, and Massa battling it out. There's the 2 big players and only Mime for ITB. It seems Alcon is nowhere present in this top 3. So Mime's going to have to do all the dirty work. He's going to have to get more speed up this platform turn. Trying to fend off the Germans right now. Just like the Poles did in... okay, well, plastic part right now. So we're getting towards the ending of the map. Mime with a big lead. Just needs to get those pipes correctly. And he will be the winner of this round. Arrow Pipes is tricky in the end though. Every map has an identity, and this is the part where things can go awry. 3 pipe jumps. Starting with this one. Gets a good landing there. Massa getting very close. The 2nd jump. Gets that one right as well. And the 3rd one into the finish. Mime will take the round. The storylines are incredible. There's clashes between young prodigies and decorated champions. Rivalries spanning over 10 years. And just this general battle of should you drive risky or safe. We'll see what ends up being the winning strategy. We could rate these players in a tier list. The teams. And see who we think might win. Team Alliance. Mudda and Solja. Mudda's the TMGL champion from last season. 3rd in World Cup. Solja won Challenger League last season. I think this team is pretty good. Like, Mudda is proven on the top stage. Like, he is amazing. I still have some question marks around how well they can work together, him and Solja. But Solja is formidable in his own way. I think they are a contender for top 3. Yeah. I think I'll be happy putting them in top 3. Team BDS is the next one here. We're going alphabetically. Afi and RL. Afi is a very exciting player. He had a formidable World Cup last year. Got 4th. 2nd place in TMGL as well in fall 21. So for 2021 was a great year for Afi. 2022, his results were alright as well. He got like top 8 World Cup, which is certainly good, but some others had better seasons. RL as well, really good in World Cup 2021. 2022, I think, was a bit of more of a mid-year for RL. I have some questions for this team, but I know they are very consistent players. For me, though, they are an underdog team. They are. And the reason is teams like Solary, which we will get to soon. Big. Berlin International Gaming. The German squad. Best in TMGL, 8th and 7th. Best in World Cup, 4th and 5th through 9th. I think these are a fan favorite team this year. It's very fun to watch them discover the maps. It's very fun to watch them practice. And I think we're going to see a very fun cast as well. How will they actually perform in this field? It's pretty stacked. I know they're putting in a lot of practice. They're literally boot camping in person for the tournament. But I do think there still are better teams. I do not think they will win. I think there's a chance they could get top 3. But for me, they are a make or break team. I have had questions for how consistent Massa is for the past like 3 seasons of TMGL. And maybe I need to get that out of my head, that he's getting more consistent. But in the past, Massa would basically drive world record or crash, world record or crash, and often losing out on points in the rounds he crashed, right? If he proves me wrong this season, I'll get it out of my head. G1 is the next team. And I have to say, this is the team that I am the most stoked about. I saw Binks live in person play at the Arctic Gaming Experience. He played in the finals against Pac, Carl Jr., and Tween. And he was looking so good. And I think he's really motivated and passionate after that tournament. Gwen has had problems with finding time to play and practice and motivation for the tournament. He's actually insane at the game when he practices. I hope here that maybe Binks and his like determination can feed off on Gwen and that they together can have an amazing tournament. I am hyped about their team. I really want to put them as winners, but we still gotta look at the other teams. I'm gonna put them in top 3 contender for now. Next team is ITB, which shares a similar story to the team of G1. Young players, really good. Mime already proven at the top level. 2nd place in the World Cup final against Carl Jr., against Mudda, against Otak. He had a fantastic tournament. Fantastic regular season as well, 5th place. I predict they will do well together. They already did really well in the showdown. Elcon as well. 1st season in TMGL, but we know how good Elcon is. Particularly on full speed type tracks, on ice type tracks. Does super well. I mean, if he just spends enough time hunting something, then he gets good on that too. And I think he has a lot to prove. ITB are a great team, but it's also hard for me to say if I dare just put them in the top 3 or make or break. I think I'm leaning towards make or break. Bren and Otak. I have had the opportunity and the pleasure of playing Flag Rush with Bren. And I know it's a fun game mode, but Bren is an excellent coach and leader. Like really, having this guy on your team, you feel so safe. You make a mistake, he will say, oh no, it's fine, go, you got this. And he's 6 years older than Otak. Otak's already a good player. But I think this duo will work really well. I really believe so. I think I'm going to put them in the make or break category for now. And then we have Sinners. First of all, I absolutely love this team. This is such an amazing team. These guys have played at the top level of Trackmania for the past 10 years. Tween 11 years. Kappa, I think, started taking Trackmania competitive seriously like 2016. Tween has kind of been the sad story of Trackmania esports. He's been in 5 World Cup finals, and he has never won. He has 4 times 2nd place, but never won World Cup. And one of those 2nd places was to Kappa. In 2018, Kappa got 1st, Tween got 2nd. He's an excellent player, Tween. But he has never managed to win the big title. My inner Trackmania historian fantasy, what if they do it together? 2 brothers from brother countries, uniting to lift a trophy and complete the saga. Wouldn't that be something? It's a brutal field, though, of teams. And I think I'm again going to have to put them in make or break. But at this point, it's getting a bit skewed if BDS is the only underdog team. And I don't think they are. I think it would actually look more like this would be a more realistic view of what I mean. I think the difference between these 2 categories is kind of hard for me. I mean, there's one team I haven't placed anywhere, and it's Solary. And just if you take a moment, right, to look at the accomplishments on each team, there is one team that stands out. So if we start back here, best in World Cup, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 8th, 4th, 7th, 10th, 4th, 5th, 2nd place, no World Cup played, 2nd, 14th, 8th, 9th, 8th, 4th, 7th, 5th, right? You have a world champion on this team, and 4 times 2nd place. This is a strong team. The others are strong too, but like, you see this, and it's just like, okay, so between them, they have 6 world champion titles and 4 TMGL champion titles. It just kind of, it's a little different. It's a stacked team. We'll just team up. The 2 best players, yeah, we'll just team up, right? That's fair. Here's the problem with being the favorite, though. Are you taking it for granted? Are you going to practice a little bit less? Or you're not going to take it as seriously? Oh yeah, you know you're the best. You know you're good at the game. But what if someone practices 20 hours more than you ahead of the matches? They're still going to win? I don't know how much Carl and Pack have practiced. I really don't. But I do know from watching them play that if they have, there are very few teams that can stop them. Pack tends to not practice until last week. And in the regular season of last Trackmania Grand League, Pack had some problems in the first steps because he didn't practice enough and the level had risen so much that he had to put in a lot of hours to catch up. I do think Solary are likely to be the TMGL winners. I'm very excited about G1 and Sinners in particular as teams. I think it would make for a good story if they thrive. Am I happy with this rating? Would I change anything? I feel Casey is very strong. ITB big. I feel BDS is also strong. But results-wise, I think they are the underdogs. I think I'm confident in saying that they are, to me at least, underdogs. Maybe Sinners are underdogs too. Kappa and Tween didn't have the best season last year. Tween had a good end of the season in Arctic Gaming Experience. I think it's very close between literally every team here. I think the only one that stand out as just like a hint better in every metric is Solary.